everyone to the show. Welcome. Let me let this play again here. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to my Terrifying Tuesdays. Hey, Trenton. Shirley Ann, what's up? Yeah, what do you think? I don't know why it's not showing me. There we go. I had to land, so to speak. Tweet this out. Welcome, everybody. This is going to be interesting tonight. Sherry, that's my nephew. That's Trenton. I don't know if you remember him. I don't know if he was around, but Trenton, that's Sherry Lynn. She's been a friend of mine for, oh God, years. Hey, what's up, Thunder? Yes, this is going to be interesting. Trenton, that's Thunder. That's Bay's son. Anyway, tonight's all going to be about UFOs. Yep. Tonight is going to be interesting. I got some things to cover, and it is going to blow your mind. First off, okay, I'm going to explain actually what a UFO is. A UFO is an unidentified flying object, which is an aerial phenomenon that cannot immediately be identified or explained. Most of the UFOs are identified as conventional objects or phenomena. That's basically what a UFO is. So, we're going to do a little bit more explaining. A UFO does not go over one area. I've noticed that. I've seen pictures. I've seen video. UFOs does not go over one area. And that's interesting because I've got video of showing an actual copter. Let me hold on just a second here. I'm going to do this. I hope it works this time. I'm going to share this. This is a actual copter looking for a UFO. Okay. I'm going to play it. Make sure it sounds up. Now this is a copter looking at UFO. Hey, babe. And I'm surprised. As you can see, it's a helicopter UFO. Wonder what that was. See, that's weird. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look there. There it is. Now, tell me, is that not terrifying? Oh, yeah. It's amazing. I was shocked. Must stop playing. No? Now watch this. This is what makes you wonder. There's something there. But okay, if it's not UFOs, like a lot of people think, where's it coming from? You know, look at that. Yeah, you can send me a link, Trenton. You can send me a link, yeah. And in fact, I don't see, they're out there. Where are you sending it to, Trenton? Okay, let me get on there. It's crazy. Okay. I'll check it now, Trenton. I mean, there's something there. See, there's something there. I had to forward it a little bit, y'all. Come on. Why didn't it click me on Facebook? Okay, there it goes. I have actual. Now, see, what is that? That's got to be a UFO. It's got to be. Babe, that's Trenton. I'm sure you say. But yeah, UFO is interesting. I figured I'd do this. Wolf Den wanted to do a topic of with aliens. I figured UFO will work just as good. Let me get this link. This is crazy. This is crazy. Oh yeah, you're fine, Sherry Lynn. I got you. Let me stop this real quick. I'm gonna stop the screen share. I'm gonna get this link. Come on. Where's the link? There it is. I get why I hate Facebook sometimes. Okay, there we go. Found it. Do it again. But yeah, that's something. I mean, that just, come on, Facebook. There we go. Got link going. Okay. Now I'm gonna play this, y'all. This is interesting. Let me hold on. Gotta pause it a minute. Okay. Go here. Go here. I haven't seen Wolfden today, Sherry. He wanted a topic, so I got the topic going. Now this is from actually YouTube. And listen to this. This is interesting.
Life is just like yours, except
without the ads, of course.
The U.S. Navy has finally acknowledged that videos appearing to show UFOs flying through the air are real. They don't call them UFOs; they call them unidentified aerial phenomena. The several videos they're talking about were recorded years ago by fighter pilots. Then in 2017, they were made public by the New York Times. More now from our Randy Kay.
It's rotating.
Images of that rotating thing captured by U.S. Navy aircraft, sensors locking in on the target.
Yeah.
Commander David Fravor saw it firsthand during a training mission, describing it like a 40-foot-long tic-tac, maneuvering rapidly and changing direction.
As we both looked out the right side of our airplane, we saw a disturbance in the water.
Tell me if that's not crazy.
Oblong pointing north.
The object was first sighted in 2004, then similar objects again in 2015. Footage of the sightings, declassified by the military, weren't made public until December 2017 by the New York Times and a group that researches UFOs.
Look on the ASA. My God. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots to the west. Look at that thing, dude.
This was extremely abrupt, like a ping pong ball bouncing off a wall. The ability to hover over the water and then start a vertical climb from basically zero up towards about 12,000 feet and then accelerate in less than 2 seconds and disappear is something I had never seen in my life.
The Navy says it still doesn't know what the objects are, and officials aren't speculating. A Navy spokesman simply confirming to CNN the objects seen in the various clips are unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAPs.
The UFO reports were first investigated by a secret $22 million program, part of the Defense Department budget, that investigated reports of UFOs. The program has since been shut down, but it was run by a military intelligence official who told CNN they found compelling evidence that we, quote, may not be alone. Randy Kay, CNN, New York.
Now tell me, is that not crazy? That is literally crazy. I've even got, and I'm not going to put it out yet, old newspapers. Shoot, I'll put one on here. Let me see if I can find it. I think that's yet. It was bad yesterday, Sherry. I tried my best. You know me, I tried my best. But that's crazy. What do y'all think? I mean, I want to hear y'all's opinion. What do you think, Sherry? Bae? What do you think? Okay, that's not exactly what I need now. Let's see what this is. Yeah. It's just, I mean, it's amazing, but it's terrifying in a different way. I can't believe it. I really can't. Oh, yeah. Now this, I want to put this up. This is a paper from way back. Let me see if I can find it here. Application window. This right here is a paper from the Roswell Daily Record. Oh, I know, babe. I know. The RAAF, I'm looking at the big article, if you can see, captures a flying saucer on ranch in Roswell region. That's amazing. I mean, you know, you go and think about it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There's another one. Let me pull it up. I've even got some interesting stuff. This is another article that's coming up. And it's interesting. You know, this right here is an article from, let me see what it says. Don't show the paper. But as you can see, Army reveals it has flying disc found on ranch in New Mexico. Somehow, I am thinking Roswell, oh yeah, Roswell has a lot to do with it. A lot to do with it. But my next paper I'm going to show you is, I think, the best info I can find. Now this is from the CIA. It was on a public website. So, and I want you to read this. This is a memorandum from the government, if you can see it. If you can see right there. See, Office Memorandum, United States Government. Now tell me if that's not crazy. They knew something. And look at who's the date. 1950. From the director of the FBI. That's crazy. I was surprised to see that. I really was. Let me continue on here. It also says that okay, I'm going to go later. UFOs have been the subject of investigation over the years that verified widely in scope and scientific rigor. It's possible, Trenton. It's possible. It is possible. Among the best known government studies are the Ghost Rockets investigation by the Swedish military in 1946 and 47. Project Blue Book, previously Project Sun and Project Grudge. That's just sad. I don't see Wolf. But hey, I don't see Wolf. Hold on just a second. I'm going to have to check something real quick, y'all. Give me just a second. Let me see. Oh, okay. Okay. I was just checking. Double checking myself. You know me. Let me see what. According to now this is the U.S. investigation into the UFOs. According to researcher Timothy Good, who received a letter from the Army Director of Counterintelligence confirming the existence of an interplanetary phenom unit. Good claims shows the letter shows. Good claims. The letter shows that the IPU was established by the U.S. Army sometime within the 1940s and disestablished sometime during the late 50s. So, I'm thinking that they're out there still. I'm thinking that they are. Let me see what the bookings report has to say. Okay. That don't show nothing. I'm thinking that the government does not want us to know. I'm going to put this out. This is interesting. This, I know this is in Brazil. This is in another language, so bear with me. Okay. They have got, see, that's confidential. That's a document on sighting of a UFO in 1977 in Brazil. Now that's, why are they hiding this? You know, why is the government, okay, let me see here, I gotta stop sharing screen. Okay, there we go. Why is the government, was he? I didn't see him. Let me look. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm going back here. But I don't understand why is the government hiding? Okay, let me see if I can find some interesting things here. Okay, UFOs. Show that. Okay. And they are declared. What then are you? Is he gone? Well, I didn't even see him. Well, I hate that. Anyway. I'm back. Sorry about that. Anyway, I'm going to. What I can't get is why is the. Oh, okay. He wanted the UFO, you know. But hey, we're doing it anyway. External links. I'm just okay. That's interesting. Now what? Why is okay? Let me see if I can find something. There was okay. I'm sure he'll catch it on the end, you know, on the end or the replay. It's okay. It's cool. I'm sure he's watching. Well, if you're watching, hey. Okay, I'm gonna find some. Let me see if I can. That one's not going to be good. So what, I mean, do you think that the government knows that they're out there? I mean, do you, and why? Okay, I want to put this on here. I don't own no rights to this. The gentleman there is a good guy as far as I know. Let's see. Share my audio. Go to here. Share.
Keep watching the stars. Something is bound to happen eventually. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 UFOs caught on camera.
Okay.
In this list, we're looking at the most discussed and debated videos and photos of unidentified flying objects.
I really do.
Some have since been explained,
Because
but many remain the subject of debate.
Video.
Number 20, the
Why are they
Hebei incident.
showing
Set against the backdrop of
now,
Tianjin, Hebei province, China, this photo can be traced back to at least 1942, although some argue it was actually snapped in
And if y'all would
1911.
like to
Either
subscribe
way,
to this,
Japanese student Masujiro
Mojo.
Kiru
Got
stumbled
some
upon it in his
good
father's
videos
photo
on there.
album during World War II. The
Channel.
photo was reportedly taken
Mojo.
by an American serviceman
Mojo.
with several
Hope you're
onlookers
watching
gazing
this.
up at the flying
Thank you
saucer-like
for your
object
video.
above. Of course, many have argued that it was a bird,
Good
a
album,
streetlight, or
awesome
even
work.
a hat. We guess you could say it's all up in the air. Number 19, the Belgian UFO wave.
So, you know,
In
this is
late November
interesting.
1989, Belgium started receiving numerous reports of a UFO. Various people described the UFO as a giant triangle with a flat surface and lights below, and the reports kept coming well into early 1990, reaching a crescendo in late March of that year. When a UFO was picked up on radar one night, 2 Air Force pilots investigated, coming up empty-handed.
Okay,
While
no
they
problem.
didn't see anything,
They
143
can watch
other
it on
individuals
replay. No
supposedly
problem.
did. For
Let's
over
go.
20 years, ufological group SOBEP claimed
This
the
is
photo
interesting,
was
though.
authentic,
I'm glad I'm
but the
doing this
photographer
one.
eventually revealed it was a hoax. Writer Marc Allais attributed the Belgian UFO wave to the media and SOBEP spreading misinformation, causing a mass delusion.
Indeed, there is something going on in Belgium which is beyond our control.
Number 18, Houston, we have a problem.
Watch
In August
this. This is interesting.
2014, social media was bombarded with photos of a UFO hovering over Houston, Texas. Taken from different spots around the area, the UFO seemingly consisted
Look
of
up there
several
in the
lights
sky,
forming a
y'all.
ring. At the center, you can make out a single orb, as if the other circular lights are revolving around it.
Yep.
The UFO almost shares a resemblance to Saturn, although some experts have theorized there's nothing otherworldly about it. Fletcher Gray of the Mutual UFO Network deduced it likely stemmed from nearby highway lights. It's also worth noting that Houston endured a thunder and lightning storm that night, which may have contributed. Still, how fitting would it be if alien life visited Space City? Number 17, the Kumburgaz UFO video. In 2007, a Turkish night guard named Yalçın Yalman, working in Istanbul's holiday village, noticed strange activity in the sky and started filming. He kept his eyes on the skies throughout the next few years, reporting a treasure trove of UFO footage. The UFO that repeatedly pops up in these videos certainly looks like a spacecraft, even calling to mind the ones from War of the Worlds. Upon further inspection, some claim that you can spot 2 alien heads peeping out of what appears to be a window or a door. Our eyes may be deceiving us, but ufologist Nick Pope described Yalman's findings as, quote, a turning point for Turkish UFO studies, adding, quote, the authorities can no longer turn a blind eye to this phenomenon.
What do you think, babe?
Number 16, New Mexico, 1957.
There's a
Ever
lot
since
of
the
proof.
Roswell UFO incident in 1947, New Mexico has been a hotspot for alleged alien activity. Almost 10 years after the historic sighting, New Mexico local Ella Louise
Look
Felice
where.
had another close encounter of sorts. Cruising down Highway 54 on October 16, 1957,
Oh, yeah.
the nurse took a photo of a bright white flying disc. The UFO reportedly hovered around the Holloman Air Development Center for 15 minutes. That said, the fact this occurred near an Air Force base might provide a logical explanation. Even after the Aerial Phenomena Research Organization studied the imagery, though, nobody could come up with a conclusive answer. Number 15, the Lubbock Lights. In August 1951, 3 Texas Technological College professors noticed somewhere between 20 and 30 lights shimmering in the sky. 5 days later, Texas Tech freshman Carl Hart Jr. gazed out his bedroom window to find a cluster of lights forming a V shape. Hart managed to take 5 photos of the lights, getting them published in various newspapers and Life magazine. This caught the attention of the Air Force, which launched an investigation. At first, they believed the Lubbock lights were really plovers. The Air Force eventually announced that it wasn't a bird or a spaceship, but a, quote, easily explainable natural phenomenon, without unveiling what the phenomenon actually was. Well, that's not suspicious at all. Number 14, Salem, Massachusetts, 1952. As if being the site of infamous witch trials wasn't bad enough, Salem was also invaded by aliens at one point. Okay, maybe we're exaggerating just a tad, but this was definitely a weird occurrence. On August 3rd, 1952, a U.S. Coast Guard looked outside a lab to find 4 large, vibrant lights up above. The 21-year-old guard snapped a photo through a window, and people have been making calculated guesses as to the exact nature of these objects ever since. Flying saucers? A witch's spell? Lamp lights? In any case, Salem just got even eerier.
I hate these ads. And you can't bypass them either.
You want to make every game interesting? Step 1, open the BetMGM
Sportsbook.
Step 2, put some skin in.
There we go. I hate it when it buffers. See if I can do it this way.
Number 13, ISS Light Beam. In 2016, a video surfaced on YouTube from NASA's live feed of the International Space Station, seemingly showing an object making atmospheric entry. The feed was then suspiciously cut off, although NASA claims that this was due to technical difficulties, and the object was likely debris or lights from Earth. However, a subsequent video from the same feed showed what appeared to be a similar object departing Earth, followed by a bright golden beam of light.
Is this a UFO leaving the Earth, making the jump to hyperspace? These are real images from the International Space Station's live feed. They show a spherical object leaving the vicinity of the Earth and traveling upwards.
Even the
as the
space
object
station
disappears,
showed
a
it.
beam of light shoots out.
Something like
This wouldn't
that.
be the last time that conspiracy theorists gravitated towards the ISS. In 2020, the feed captured another object moving over Earth. It was later reported that this was a retired communications component being jettisoned, although we're definitely keeping a close watch on the ISS.
We discard of our trash and equipment that's been put through its paces and is now retired.
Number 12, the STS-48 incident.
What can you tell us about this last-minute delay and what's happening right now?
Launched on September 12, 1991, the STS-48 mission's goal was to deploy satellites from the Space Shuttle Discovery.
This scene shows the actual release of URs with the mechanical arm. The arm is being backed away from the spacecraft.
In UFO circles, though, the mission is best remembered for footage captured on September 15th. While not easy to make out, the video shows objects zooming by and bright lights flashing in Earth's orbit. According to NASA, these were ice particles responding to the engine jets. Astronomer Phil Plait has backed up these claims, but we gotta admit, the believer in us likes to wonder. It's not the only space shuttle mission to have caught ufologists' eyes. In 1996, footage from STS-75 seemed to show objects buzzing around the broken tether of a drifting satellite. Debris or curious visitors?
Line is a tether, and there's a little bit of debris that kind of flies with us.
Number 11, the Kaikauta Lights. It's only fitting that the Kaikauta Lights surfaced the year after Star Wars and Close Encounters of the Third Kind hit theaters.
Makes you wonder.
New Zealand's Kaikauta mountain ranges caught the media's attention on December 21st, 1978, when a cargo plane crew observed house-sized lights flashing around the aircraft for several minutes.
Thousands of UFO documents have been released by the New Zealand Air Force. The documents released under Freedom of Information laws cover sightings dating back to 1954.
Air traffic control specialists from Wellington tracked the lights, which an Australian television crew then recorded in color. The TV crew came along for the cargo plane's next flight from Wellington back to Christchurch. Shortly after takeoff, the crew captured footage of a giant illuminated orb.
That's
New
gotta be
Zealand's Ministry of
something.
Defense has provided several possible
If that's not a
explanations,
UFO, I
including
don't know
lights from
what it
boats,
is.
cars, or Venus. But alternative explanations abound.
Others say it could have been an unusually bright sighting of Venus or merely radio and light wave transmissions. But for those who believe, even the publication of such sightings is a breakthrough.
Number 10, the Black Knight Satellite. The Black Knight Satellite remains one of the most famous conspiracy theories in UFO circles. It's said that this mysterious satellite has been orbiting Earth for
And that's from
13,000
NASA.
years. In 1954, UFO investigator Donald Kehoe claimed that the Air Force had discovered 2 artificial satellites, despite the fact that such technology did not exist at the time. It would be another 3 years until we launched the first artificial satellite, Sputnik.
Yep.
Regardless, various newspapers like the St. Louis Post-Dispatch and San Francisco Examiner picked up the story. The Black Knight regained interest in 1998 when NASA released this photo from the STS-88 mission. While most would agree it was space debris, others are not letting go of their Black Knight theory.
I don't
Number
know.
9,
That kind
the
of.
Phoenix Lights. The Phoenix Lights have inspired a documentary and multiple horror movies, but
Yeah.
nobody can say for sure what happened on March 13th, 1997.
In 1997, you took part in one of the largest military cover-ups in United States history.
That's correct.
This incident can be broken into 2 phases. First, a V-shaped formation was seen flying over Phoenix, although little footage exists of this event, and the footage we do have is low quality. There's more documentation of the second event, which
See,
saw
that's
5
the-
circular lights floating in the night sky.
There were
Where are they
many
from?
events
You don't know.
starting at 3 p.m. in
You
the
don't know.
afternoon and
I'm thinking
continuing
that
all the way
UFOs.
until
I
5:30
don't
the next
know.
morning.
That's just
Even
me.
with numerous photographs, videos, and eyewitness accounts, though, a giant question mark continues to hover over Phoenix. While the U.S. Air Force chalked the lights up to military flares, many have
Okay.
argued against these claims, and even Arizona Governor Fife Symington described what he saw as, quote, otherworldly.
Well, I saw a huge craft just kind of come right over Squaw Peak. That was, it was just breathtaking.
Number 8, the Chilean Navy.
The Chilean government agency, which investigates UFOs
that
or
thing I showed
unidentified
you.
aerial phenomena,
Yeah.
has declassified and released
That-
never-before-seen
that
video from
footage
2014
I got, yeah.
showing a mysterious flying object, of which they suggest could have been a UFO.
A little speck can certainly stir up a lot of speculation. In 2017, the Chilean government agency tasked with examining UFO sightings released footage of a flying object that
Yep.
defied explanation.
I've
The
got that
which
footage.
had been classified for almost 3 years, was taken by the Chilean Navy from a helicopter during the
What do
day.
you think, babe?
The pilot failed to make contact with the object, which moved like another helicopter. Even more curious, the object didn't pop up on air traffic control radar.
In 2 instances, the object ejected some type of gas or liquid with high thermal tracking.
Okay.
Captured on video, you can see a massive plume of material trailing behind
I
the
see
object.
it.
Most
see it.
mysterious
Y'all
of
see
all,
it?
the UFO released an unknown substance and vanished into the sky. Experts were stumped, with the agency's director saying, quote, "We do not know what it was, but we do not know what it was not." Well, that's reassuring.
After an extensive study, the Committee for the Study of Anomalous Aerial Phenomena agreed it had all the characteristics to be classified as an unidentified aerial.
Dang it. Hold on, guys.
Oh, we have a special report. We're going out to the field with our...
There we go. Come on.
Aerial phenomenon.
Number 7, the Battle of Los Angeles. This incident took place in February of 1942, 3 months after the Japanese bombing of Pearl Harbor. Receiving word of another possible attack, air raid sirens went off around Los Angeles County, and the area endured a blackout. Throughout the night, 1,400 shells were fired into the air. 5 people died as a result, and property damage was significant. Although it reportedly turned out to be a false alarm, the LA Times published a photo of the air raid with searchlights directed at what looked like a spaceship. While the photo was touched up, this didn't stop
What do y'all
ufologists
think?
from holding it up as evidence. The theory even inspired the 2011 film Battle Los Angeles.
It appears that there's something like shadowy figures. Think of it back now. Everyone needs to get out of here right now. Lucas, if you could just come back, please. Oh my God.
Number 6, Mexican Air Force video. On March 5th, 2004, the Mexican Air Force recorded footage of 11 UFOs at 11,500 feet above southern Campeche state.
Wow.
Surrounding a military jet, these lights were detected during a routine search for drug traffickers. Jets pursued the UFOs, but eventually gave up and the objects disappeared. While some believe this was the work of flares, explanations also range from ball lightning to a meteorite deteriorating in Earth's atmosphere. Whatever these objects were, infrared equipment operator Lieutenant Mario Adrian Vasquez is convinced that they were, quote, completely real. Pilot Major Magdaleno Castañón went so far as to suggest that the UFOs knew they were being pursued. Number 5, the Aguadilla Airport incident. Even by UFO standards, this one's perplexing. It all started in April 2013 at the Rafael Hernandez Airport, located in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. A video was taken of an unknown object swiftly flying over land and then seeming to submerge underwater. After doing so multiple times, the object appears to split in two. Supposedly, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security tried to keep this under wraps, but the video was eventually leaked by an anonymous whistleblower. A group known as the Scientific Coalition for Ufology was responsible for posting the footage online. According to the SCU website, it, quote, exhibits characteristics that cannot be explained by any known aircraft or natural phenomenon.
This is just amazing.
Number 4, the McMinnville UFO photographs. In 1950, Evelyn Trent noticed an ominous object levitating around her family's farm in McMinnville, Oregon. She alerted her husband, Paul, who took a couple of photographs before the UFO departed west. In another account they gave, Evelyn and Paul both saw the UFO at the same time in their backyard. Either way, the farming couple's pictures eventually made their way into Life magazine and other publications, igniting one of the most heated debates in UFO history. Physicist Bruce Maccabee believes that the UFO in the photos was, quote, real and, quote, physical. Non-believers like Philip J. Klass and Robert Schaefer, meanwhile, say the photos were faked. The Condon Committee's investigation fell somewhere in between. Whatever you think, few UFO sightings have inspired this much analysis. Number 3, go fast. Our top 3 UFO sightings are actually part of a package, although each has a distinctive signature.
Pentagon has now declassified 3 videos showing Navy fighter pilots interacting with unidentified flying objects. Watch.
Filmed by the U.S. Navy and published online in the late 2010s, they were declassified and officially released by the Pentagon in 2020. Released under the file name Go Fast, this video was taken over the East Coast in January 2015 by an FA-18F Super Hornet during the USS Theodore Roosevelt UFO incidents. The footage was captured using Raytheon's Advanced Targeting Forward-Looking Infrared Pod, or AT FLIR. And just as entertaining as the footage itself is the fighter pilot's comments. While the audio is somewhat hard to understand, you can certainly grasp the astonishment they experienced while watching the object.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Welcome to Philo, where you can get
I hate doing these ads. I'll tell you, this is the most interesting because why is all these people saying that they're not real? Come on.
Number 2, FLIR 1.
It's a clear blue sky. There's no wind. And you see this tic-tac. It's just this white object that's randomly moving around. It makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up a little bit.
Also released by the Pentagon, FLIR 1 was filmed on November 14th, 2004, around the San Diego coastline. Like Go Fast, this video was also taken aboard a Super Hornet using AT FLIR. The footage was captured during the USS Nimitz UFO incident, in which the Navy had a radar visual encounter. The video centers on a dark round object that suddenly moves slightly to the left. After lingering a little while longer, the object quickly darts even further until it's completely out of sight.
Wow.
Commander David Fravor can't tell you exactly what the object was, but he recalls that it, quote, accelerated like nothing he'd ever seen.
There's no propulsion, there's no wings. It rapidly accelerates and disappears.
How does it accelerate? I mean, how does it?
I chased a UFO.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Okay.
You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them.
That's pretty much my presentation. But I want y'all to do something for me. If you can, I'm going to put a link in here. I want you to listen to this. If I can find it, give it just a second here. I'm not going to play it. I'm just going to put a link in. Copy. And paste. I want y'all to watch that. I want y'all to listen to that. That is good entertainment. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, I want y'all to listen to that. That was something that was put out on radio back in the 50s called War of the World. It's a radio broadcast. And if you get a chance to listen to it, it'll scare you at times. It'll scare you. Well, guys, I gotta say thank y'all for tuning in. I hope y'all liked it. I plan on doing Amityville House. I'm gonna revisit that next week. But always keep a look out, so to speak. And I want to thank everybody for their support. Their, it means a lot to me. And I hope y'all just enjoyed it like I did. And everybody, I will see y'all tomorrow night when I do my missing persons. And y'all be safe. Take care.